Hello, beautiful people. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Oluchi Imo, and if you've always been here, thank you so much for always been here. And if you're new to my channel, you're most welcome. Today we're decorating a cake. Yeah, it's a chocolate overload cake, and I'm working with a 6-inch cake that is, I believe, 9.5, 9 inches tall thereabout, and I'm working with ganache. So I have prepared everything that I need, I believe, and I am just going round the cake like I would normally do for my decorating. This is not cast in stone. If you have a particular method of frosting that works for you, then that's fine. But this is a cake that has been crumb coated with ganache and kept in the freezer, in the fridge to chill. And I'm just going round it with my pen scraper to get a smooth finish. So this is what I do: hold my bench scraper at an angle and go around. Normally, I would have, or what I like to do is to smoothen out the frosting first with my offset spatula before I go in with my bench scraper. But these days, man, I'm freestyling. So I am just going in with my bench scraper, and this requires patience. You got to have a great deal of patience. So I'm going around and I angled my hand so you can have a better view of what I was actually doing. And this is it, going around over and over again to see that I get a smooth finish, at least to a great extent. So one thing I find is that few bakers or some bakers have a challenge with getting a smooth finish for their buttercream or SMBC, maybe the AMBC, SMBC, or other first thing, maybe like whipped cream. And I would like to encourage you to exercise a bit more patience when you're doing this because it takes time. It does take a lot of time to get that perfect finish that you're working with. I would have gone further, but I had another cake I was working on. And so I just had to stop at this point. But if you want it to be smooth, first of all, your consistency has to be on point, the consistency of your frosting, and then your tool also has to be on point. That's your bench scraper that you're using for smoothing. And then you also have to keep at it, keep going round your cake with your bench scraper until it is as smooth as you want it to be. So that is it. I'm going with the top. I'm just trying to get the edge for my top, and yeah, I still went to the body again. So that is it. It requires patience. So that was it. And I continued the following morning. Now it is the next morning, and I have brought my cake from the fridge after chilling it overnight. And this is what it looks like. I have put a mark in front as well so that I can determine the front of my cake. I'm just trying to scrape off the excess at the top, and I think I must have done it a bit too much, or maybe it was from the night before, or it was from the night before, and I kind of went below the point I should have, but it's all good. We're just going to work on the cake that way. So that is it, and I am just going to go ahead with the decoration. I have my chocolate that I melted, so this is just dark chocolate chips. I melted in the microwave for 30 minutes, and because it's been like 2 years since I last did a drip cake, I didn't understand how to do it anymore. And then this is my YouTube M&Ms. YouTube gave me some M&Ms for being a YouTube partner, and I'm just going to use them in the decoration of this cake. So this is it, and then we'll go right ahead. So like I was saying, it's been a while. I did drips, like years, few years, and it refused to drop because I thought maybe 30 seconds would be fine, but it obviously wasn't enough. The chocolate wasn't dropping down, so I had to go fix it. So I tried to fix this and I'm back. How did I fix it? I tried using water to thin it down, but that seized my chocolate, and I was kind of getting worried at that moment because I needed to leave for somewhere. I needed to leave for church actually. And I was just thinking, what do I do? And then I tried vegetable oil and that worked. So that was what I used. I did a bit of vegetable oil. This is a hack I've known from like way back, and I know that most of us will be aware of that. So for those of you who do not know, vegetable oil works. Okay, so that's what I did, and I continued with my drip. So that kind of messed my cake at the back, but not to worry, we're just going to use that part as the back of our cake. I believe you know that your cake has a back and a front. Okay, so that would be the back of our cake, and I'm just trying to spread the chocolate that I poured on top of the cake. I'm trying to be careful so that it doesn't spill over the edge, although I know it must have set a bit, but I didn't want to take chances, so I'm just going gently spreading the chocolate on top of my cake to cover the entire surface. Now it's time to add our chocolates. My hands have been washed and cleaned, so you have nothing to worry about, okay? So I've added this to help support my chocolates because I didn't want to use just a single kebab stick. I felt that would be better, and then I went on to add this to the body. But before I did all of this, especially for the ones on the body, I added melted chocolate to the back. So I had white melted chocolate that I added behind so that it would just stick to the ganache or the body of the cake, and that's what I did. Then I just went freestyle, and I wish I could have added more chocolate, but I think where I stopped was okay and it was just enough for me. So that's it. Add your toppings. Feel free to use a variety of chocolates, as many as you want, and as beautiful as you want it to be. So keep on adding, but make sure that you're adding in a coordinated way. You don't just throw things everywhere. And these are my M&Ms ready to go on my cake. Thank you, YouTube, for this nice M&M chocolate. So I'm adding them, and we're almost done with the cake. So that's it, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and you learned a thing or two. It slipped, so I had to fix it back. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and to leave me a kind comment as well. I hope to read and hear from you. If you watch up to this point, maybe let's make our buzzword for today yummy or chocolate overload. All right. Thank you so much. For having any questions, please leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to respond to them. Until I see you in my next video, stay happy, stay safe, and stay blessed as our cake. Oh, yeah, chocolate sprinkles. I went in with some chocolate sprinkles just for that extra touch. That's for that, just for that extra touch. So this is it. And I hope to see you in my next one. God bless you. And thanks for watching.